Hey, it's Bill at Gurney Volkswagen, and today I'm going to show you the correct way to jumpstart your car. A lot of people have experienced problems with their car starting, and the biggest factor is a bad battery in cold weather. You'll know it's a bad battery when you turn your key to start and you hear a clicking noise, maybe a flicker of the dash, but the engine just doesn't turn on. Since batteries only typically last 3 to 4 years on average, it can really happen to anyone. So you should note that even if your car hasn't died before, it's always helpful to keep a set of jumper cables in your trunk of your car, just in case. You can find them at your local Walmart for $20 usually. So the first thing you need obviously are the jumper cables and a second vehicle with a working battery. You're going to want to have the cars parked close enough together so the jumper cables will reach both batteries. Give yourself enough space you can fit in between the two cars, so in between 3 and 6 feet of space. Now, make sure both keys are out of the ignition, both hoods are opened, and find both the positive and negative leads on both of the car batteries. So on the bad battery, it will be labeled red, positive, you can see right there, and then the negative will be labeled over here. It's different on different models. Typically, this will be red to denote that it is a positive charge. And then coming over to the working battery, we can see that it's positive, it's denoted with red, and then that is the negative. And the biggest safety precaution throughout all of this is not to touch any of the cables together. It can cause massive sparks, which could result in explosions, burns, you name it. Again, you don't want to touch any of the cables together. So we're going to start on the car with the dead battery first, so there's minimal chance for a spark and thus less chance of an explosion. So with the red, the positive cable in hand, we're going to attach it to the positive terminal on the dead battery. Make sure it's nice and snug, give it a wiggle, and just clamp it on that little metal hinge on the battery. And here is a quick close-up of just securing it on that little metal piece. And then with the black cable, the negative cable, you're going to want to rest it down on something plastic, as seen on my car. You do not want to place it on metal, for it can cause some type of spark. Onto the car with the working battery, we're going to take the red cable and attach it to the positive terminal, and the black cable and attach it to the negative terminal. Once that is completed, we're going to head back to the car with the dead battery and get the black jumper cable. And we're going to do something a little different. We are not going to attach it to the negative terminal like we did on the working car, but instead we are going to ground it on a metal piece within the vehicle. So this is different for different types of vehicles, but what you want to do is find a piece of metal not attached to any working part of the vehicle to ground the jumper cable. Some cars, like mine, will have the grounding point labeled in the car's manual, so I'm going to ground it at that point. And same thing, just make sure it's snug, give it a little shake to make sure that it is secure. At this point, everything is connected, and you're going to want to now jump your vehicle. So head into the car with the working battery and start your engine. Let it run for about 2 minutes or so. After the 2 minutes, head to the car with the dead battery and attempt to start the vehicle like normal. And it should start. In the off chance that the car with the dead battery hasn't started yet, you want to head over to the car with the working battery and give it a little boost. And you're going to do that by giving the car some gas. You're going to want to hold down the gas till it hits about 2,000 RPM and maintain that RPM for about 30 more seconds. Give it another minute or so and head back to the car with the dead battery and see if it turns on. If by this point it hasn't turned on, your battery is completely dead and you're going to need a new battery to get the car to work again. The final steps are now to remove the jumper cables from both vehicles. You're going to want to do everything in reverse order of how you put it on. So you're going to get the black cable and remove it from the grounding point on the car with the dead battery. And same thing, place it on that plastic to reduce any type of spark. Then remove the red cable from the positive terminal and place both jumper cables safely on the ground. Finally, go to the car with the working battery and remove the positive cable from the positive terminal and remove the negative cable from the negative terminal. And that's it. That's how you jumpstart your car with a pair of jumper cables. Feel free to subscribe if you like this video and if you want to see more car tips in the future. Thank you.